Hi there guys, and welcome back to another video with myself, Harlequin Dusk. Now today I'm going to talk to you about a completely different TCG rather than my usual Magic the Gathering. This is a TCG trading card game that I have found on Kickstarter. I was lucky enough to catch it in its campaign in the last 3 days of its campaign as well, which is crazy. I consider myself incredibly lucky to have found it. Massively heavy on the artwork. I mean, you guys know I love my art. I appreciate all of the forms of artwork on the cards, and this is by no means an exception. There is some incredible artwork on these things. So the game itself, again, like I say, it's mildly reminiscent of a lot of things that you'll be familiar with. You'll have seen pretty much a familiar layout. You'll have your attack cards and creature cards. You'll have your incantations and things, such as enchantments. You'll have your imminent cards, which would be something like an instant card in Magic the Gathering, if you're kind of drawing analogies or similarities, should I say. But there's also a lot of differences, a lot of key differences, which I'll outline for you shortly. Now, your health points, rather than having your standard health points as you would in a Magic the Gathering game or Yu-Gi-Oh or one of the above, the long list of TCGs, you'll have yourself 2 summoners. Summoners which you can level up and unlock more abilities, and whilst you're unlocking those abilities, you're also unlocking capacity points which you can be used to then cast your spells or invoke your spells, your invocations as it were, and also put your creatures out onto the battlefield. Now that is essentially in a nutshell how it goes. You'll be leveling up your summoners, which is the rise aspect of it. You're rising up the ranks, and then you'll be laying down your creature cards, your spells, using your combos to the best of your abilities. There's so many different mechanics in place. So instead of keywords or the words along those lines, you've got symbols, icon symbols and ability symbols, which is a little bit of a learning curve. But honestly, guys, I've played a couple of games now, and it takes about 20 seconds. It's not a very big learning curve. You'll instantly recognise ones, and the ones that you don't recognise, you'll figure out very shortly with a quick reference guide. It's not a problem. It's going to be something akin to a card or a sheet or a PDF that you can get your hands on. As I said to you guys, at the moment it is in full swing. The Kickstarter is literally just finished. It's had over a year of development. It started a Patreon campaign in March. Well, I think it started in February or shortly before, but what they did start offering out were these Patreon packs, which were the promo cards and prototype cards are going through its development. It's a French game. So it was originally designed, and it still is designed, by a guy named Francois Bonorelli. And this guy is, I spoke to him personally a few times. He's very hands-on with the whole project. I mean, he is the project. He creates the cards. He creates the wording on them. Obviously with a lot of input from people and help from English speakers. He's again not a native English speaker, but he does pretty well. I mean, to say the least. The guy is a phenomenal creative force. But yes, so it's all his brainchild driving it forward. So as he's gone through, he's created his Patreons, as I said. He's given these Patreon packs each month. So you've got your March, April, May, June, July. And then it switched to, I think in July, it switched to Prestige packs, which was available actually on the shop rather than having to be a Patreon supporter. And then in October, the Kickstarter appeared, and that then ran through to early November, which is when I came across this incredible game. So with all of that intro being said, now it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you some of the cards I've managed to procure from various sources across the internet. But because obviously I came in at the very end of the Kickstarter, the Patreon was long finished by the time I managed to find myself beloving this game. Beloving? I don't think that's a word, but we'll go with it. So there are a couple of packs from Patreon which I managed to get, thanks to a very nice guy. I don't know if you'd want his name to be shared on Tinterweb, so I won't say it for now. But he has managed to gift me. I bought a bunch of the Patreon packs themselves from him. So I've got the March, the April, the May, the June and the July. So we'll be going through those in a second, and I'll take it down to the board for that reason. So we'll go down to the board, down. But he also said, as I bought so much off him, he's going to give me some amazing cards as well as like a little thank you gifty goodies. So we've got Hecatomb, which is a phenomenal card, which I will show you guys as well on the board. We also have Malicia, who's an awesome door opener. Doors acting similar to walls in Magic the Gathering. They kind of act very similar, but not at the same point. There's a lot of different mechanics that you're going to see. You've got Sado, who has a brother called Maso. As you can probably imagine, that's going to be sadomasochism. S&M. The Door of Destiny. The Nocturne Bat as well. And these are some of the pinups, which are incredible. So we've got Atlas, this pinup. And we've also got Azels or Azel, or which way you want to pronounce it, which are pin-up versions of your summoners. So they don't have no text, they have nothing on their cards, just the lovely HP numbers and the lovely pictures that come with them. But we'll go down to the board now, and I'll show you exactly what the cards laid out like, what they look like, and also open up these things which I've been waiting so long for. Right, guys, we'll see you in a sec. So here we go, guys. This is our little layout here. We have March, April, May, June, and July, which we shall be opening in short order. But first, I would like to just give you a closer look at these cards. So this is our basic card. Here we go. So we have a creature, it's a bat, and it's a rank infinite. So this is essentially like our standard stuff here. And let me just see if I can do that. So there you go. So we've got a rank infinite, we've got Nocturne, it's a bat. And these are the icons I was telling you about. So this is obviously a flying creature. It's a bat after all, but it's a flying creature. So essentially it just means that we don't have to keep going over the same old things in everything, much like keywords, don't have to keep repeating the same old stuff. You have your attack, your defense, but you also have sometimes on these cards, and again another little cool mechanic, is a flip. So the success with the little coin, if you look at it there, let's just see if we can get some, there, you see the little arrows next to it here? That means that it's going to be a flip. So if it's a successful flip, Nocturne deals 1 damage to a targeted summoner and gives 1 HP to one of your summoners. Now these are the Patreon cards, so these are by no means the finished product or finished article. There are some much more improved versions of these cards now. But that's what I mean. So with all of these texts, at some points there will be very much big changes going on with them. So that being said, with the success, if you succeed, obviously this happens. If there's no fail condition, it just means that nothing happens. But there are certain times when it will say a success and a fail condition, so which are very cool. So that is Nocturne. That is your basic layout. So you got your rank infinite, which basically means you can have infinite amount of these cards, essentially like tokens. But you'll also see cards like this one, which is a rank 1. So that would mean that this Door of Destiny, you can only have 1 of these. So they use the ranks as a limit. So rather than having a limit of 4 in a deck of a certain card, this one you can only have 1. There's a rank 2, there's a rank 3, there is a rank 4, and then there's the rank infinites. So you've got your standard abilities here, and you've also got a straight up cost. So you see on the flip, you had the arrows. So these little arrows, that mean it's going to flip, and you have a success condition. With this one, you have a straight up cost of 10 coins. Now, coins you generate per turn, you can generate 2 or 1, and that would then dictate how many cards you draw as well. So, and then with that ability, this is called an action. So the abilities are the little tiles. This is an action, and your action costs you 10 coins, and if one of your summoners dies, the Door of Destiny forces the opponent who killed that summoner to sacrifice one of his summoners as well, which is obviously a cool little mechanic that you can put into play quite nicely. You've got Sado, as I said before. This is the sketch version. There is a colour version, but this is obviously one of the Patreon nice work in progress cards. Same with Malicia. There you go. So you've got your abilities, you've got your action, as well as a flip action with her power and defense. Hecatomb, once more, flip action. You've got your pin-up summoners. So I haven't got a summoner to show you, but usually what happened is you'd have the summoner article, you'd have the the text down here, which would have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 or 5, depending on which summoner you get. Some summoners have only 2, some summoners have 5 abilities, and that's how many levels you get. And now your summoner, you'd put 2 side by side. This is Atlas and Azel. So, sorry, it looks like I was saying the other, but this one here is Azel, this one's Atlas. I was pointing with the cards, I don't know why, it looked silly. But yeah, so you'd have your 2 summoners side by side, so that would give you, in this game, total of 20 HP, as per there. But obviously, your summoners have different HP types, which means that you don't just have a standard set HP. And then that would be then dictated every turn that you have. In your cycle is a full round of turns for everyone on the table. Every turn that you have, you can use 1 level up card to each one of these. So then Atlas can then use his second ability and also have 2 cap points, which means I can then play 2 creatures, or play a creature and an imminent, which is an instant, or play a creature and an incantation, or whichever way you'd want to do that. But these are limited edition versions of the summoners, which in this very faint writing down here, it says, you'll play with this version of Atlas, you'll have to use basically to refer to the other base version. So there you go. Now, these are the cards that I got from my source, who gave me these lovely things. But he also snuck in these 2 lovely things. So this is a hollow version of Gunny. So again, a rank infinite with the 2 abilities, and that's constancy, which is the little explanation of the constancy, which is this ring thing. It's got the gold stamp, but it's also a hollow card. I mean, look at this. I think this is the Aurora Hollow, and it's just stunning to behold. I mean, as you can see there, it's just beautiful. But I thought, well, behind this card, there was another one in the same sleeve. And so I dug it out and I thought, oh, it's just the Catacombs, which is, again, just a standard rank 2 door, has like its flip conditions, which things. But then suddenly I realised, not only is it signed by Francois Vonarelli, the guy who created this thing, it's also a misprint, because if you look down here, which I haven't explained to you before, there's a gold stamp on this one with the Patreon P. So that would essentially mean that this is a Patreon set, and it has no wings around this circle, which means it's a common. But if we look at, say, Hecatomb, it's got little wings around it. So that would mean this one was a rare. If it had like wings that filled up the entire space between Francois Vonarelli, the name of the artist, with the name, well, the language of it is there, that would mean it's a legendary. So rare is pretty darn good. This is a common, and so this hasn't got one. So there's the misprint. So it's a signed misprint by the man himself. So I cannot thank my source, who again I don't really want to name just in case. I cannot thank him enough for the cards that he gave me, just absolutely free of charge. Didn't need to do that at all, and thank you so much. But I hope that was a little bit illuminating as to the card things. I think anyone who's watching this video will have played TCGs to the point where you kind of understand the basics as is anyway. So here we go then, guys. I have my perfect fit sleeves and my standard sleeves ready on standby for all of the things that are going to be coming out of these packs, which I shall be sorting out shortly after this video. I don't want to be sleeving every single thing on camera. So yeah, this is the March Patreon pack. So I don't know if you can see that there. Yep, Rise Booster, Patreon Booster pack. Patreon packs, 5 cards per pack, 4 normal and 1 hollow, and within 1 in 5 packs, having a normal card slot replaced by a super rare real signature series full art, which are essentially like rocking horse poo. And so let's get this show on the road. Oh, good. It's so amazing. Right, I'll put these to one side as well because I want to make sure that these are all good. So there you go then, guys. First lot, March, going up there. Okay, so we've got Catacombs as a sketch card. That one I showed you that I've got signed. This is the sketch variant. As you can see, the Patreon pack with the wings, and you also have that black and white. So it's a rare. It's a clone training. Okay, beautiful little card. All the clones are a kind of a subcategory type, so they've got their own summoner and everything. It's an incredible little thing. So we've also got Izate, however you pronounce him. He has a brother called Ozate, which works on the other side. He's like the light version. Ozate is the. So this is an example of a summoner. So you see you have the levels. So you start off with just the 1, and then you unlock 2. So then you can use your 2 abilities for cap points, and then you have to tilt your summoner as you're using him. So there you go. We've also got a hollow level up. I mean, look at that. That is super stunning. Level up. So this would be, again, a level up card for Izate. So I would then put that on Izate. Oh my god, we have a full art card. Oh my god. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to geek out for a second here. So we have the targeted summer gains 1 level, and certain level ups have an ability as well. So there you go. That is that ability, and that would then unlock his level 2, and then that's how you progress with your summoners and gaining a bit of speed, a bit of inertia in the game. So we're putting that to one side is 8, and then let's have a look at this. Oh my god! I don't even know what the card is, but look at that. Look at that. Signed by the man himself with the hollow backing. Oh my god. Okay, right, so I'm just going to take a little bit of time here just to sleeve this. I don't really want this getting anywhere. Oh my god, that is amazing. So let's just get that in there very quickly. There you go. So it takes away a little bit because it's all protected, but it is protected for a reason. I mean, oh my god, guys, look at that. So you see the back of these ones. That is just the black one. Now, they usually come with an embossing now, so, but these obviously, of course, are Patreon cards, so you won't be coming with embossing. I mean, just look at it. Oh. Right, so, I don't even know what to do anymore. Just a bit shaky, but that's fine. Fine. I was going to sleeve the other hollow just because I don't really want anything bad to happen to hollows. Oh god, my hands are just going. I can't believe I just pulled that on the March one. Those are super rare. I mean, like crazy rare. I think there's like, I don't want to say what kind of numbers because they're all very different, but I think it's like 1 in 15 were printed, or however many were printed. Oh dear god, that's amazing. Right, so I'll put those to one side anyway. That's March. Let's just sort those out, and we can stick that on top as that one. Right. Right, steady myself. So this is April. Okay, there you go. Put that one there. Again, another. Here we go then. Right, so this one is Restoration. So it's a common card. Lovely little, it's a beautiful card. I don't know why I sound surprised, they're all beautiful cards, but there you go. So again, a flip ability. We have the Holy Skull as a sketch card. This looks completely different as its actual standard card. It's like a fiery-eyed Crown of Thorns jobby now with a skull in the middle. This one is incredible. But there you go. So you see the success and then you have the fail. So your skeletons, if you succeed, are ready to fight and gain advantage during this turn. Or if you fail, all your skeletons die. Not so great. Okay, so here we go. Vahuia, which is a lovely angel type. I've been working on that. We have a foil. We do have a foil. It's the basic clone. Foil. This is a hollow. Sorry. So basic clone. And we have, is that a second hollow? It is another hollow. So we have a basic clone. And we have a hollow Vahuia as well. So there you go. Like, that's pretty special. So she's a beautiful angel card variety, and we have a basic clone just there and then, or then and there, should I say. So let me just get these two things. I did say I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it to all of them essentially. But this is just because, I mean, for posterity, you want to make sure that they're all protected, don't you? Realistically. So, and Vahuia. Okay, so 2 down, guys. 3 to go. So that is March and April taken care of. Haven't had any pinups yet. There are certain pinups that are pretty looked for, sought after, should I say? But there you go. So not too shabby with either of those. I mean, two hollows in each one. I mean, as you can see in the other ones, there was, it basically says no hollows. Okay, so here we go again. So this is May. Once more under the breach, dear friends, once more. Right, so this is a new kind of pack. Here we go. Right then. So, we have the Fall. Again, flip with a fail condition. Oh, I just got stuck on that one. Or Easel, whichever pinup you want to call her, which is there. Not the Hollow. We have Milicia. Oh, we do have a Glitter Hollow Sado, which is always nice to have. And then a Door of Destiny. So Glitter Hollow from that one, which again I will be taking quite happily. It is a lovely Glitter Hollow. As you can see, this is a glittery sadist right there. Everyone loves a glittery sadist. Okay. Right, so this is June. Let's just get that down. Make sure that they're out of the way. Do not want to be snipping anything here. Okay. Right, so Serious Exploration. Nice. Searching through the violet fields. You see Rise cards featuring here. So Serious Exploration. We have a Goonie, like last time with a gold stamp. Wow. Oh wow. Look at that soldier in armor with the Aurora. Look at that with the gold stamp and everything. That is a special card. That looks lovely. The evidence for that Catacombs, as we had signed by Francois himself, with a Purity, which is lovely. I don't think it's a hollow, but it's still a gorgeous card to have. So let me put in this gold stamp away, and then we'll get on to the final one, and we can wrap up this video, and you guys can just basically make up your own minds about what you think of Rise thus far. But I can assure you I will be putting all of the links that you need to understand the game, to kind of get to grips with it, get to know the community as well. The community is some really great guys in the Discord. There's also a bunch of material coming out from some of the content creators attached to the game. My good friend RiseTCGGuilds is on there as well. So there is a plenty of content coming out regarding this. But anyway, the final one, July. Here we go. Last one. Let's hope for another signed full art, but if not, I mean, it'll be lovely regardless. Okay. Oh yes, straight off the bat, Myrtle as our pin-up. Fantastic. I wanted this card, to be fair. I wanted another pin-up, which is great. Ooh, what is this? Oh wow, look at that. Look at that hollow. That's incredible. Gold stamp etherization. Loving that. Look at that hollow effect with the circlings. Ah, and it feels nice as well. It feels amazing. We've got Level Up as a pixel. So put that to one side as well. Level Up as a pixel again with the little bit of a texture to it this time around, which is interesting. Loving that. Pixelated donut, which is always good. Always good fun. And wow, look at this. Obligation as a rare. Gold stamp foil. Look at that. Again, the back's not embossed just yet, but you can see from June to July he's putting in this kind of texture on the cards, which gives it that much more premium feel, makes them slide a lot easier. And you can see just basically the evolution of the cards. It's one of the greatest things about having this to hand. But there you go then, guys. So let me just sleeve these while I'm talking to you. So yeah, that is essentially where we're at with the game at the moment. It's it's just an exciting time. The Kickstarter, as I say, is unfortunately ended. The Christmas set is just coming out. He was releasing little sets every now and again, just to kind of celebrate the holidays and just giving some of the guys who've not got cards to have something in their hands while we're waiting for the Kickstarter to be fulfilled, which should be roughly around May of this next year coming up, so 2023. The first alpha set will be coming out, which is good news for everyone. The best thing is as well, he's also already got the second set coming out in development, so it's all going to be there. But there you go, guys. I mean, honestly, look at these. Look at this foils, and this one. Look at him with these. We've got Sado glittering away like a crazy sadist, crazy glittery sadist. We've got Vahuia. Oh, whoops, a daisy. Vahuia and basic clone. It's always good to have, and Vahuia then. Just fantastic things. I do like this restoration. And then finally, of course, with everything. Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled that. Honestly, can't believe I pulled that. And then a foil level up as well with Izati, Clone, and Catacombs. And then just to help everyone else out, just to top it all off, should I say, just that signed Catacombs from the guy who sourced me these cards packs. Honestly, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure opening these cards, and I hope to do something very soon. Again, very soon. As I mentioned, there is the Christmas packs coming out. They should be delivered to me some point in the week, in which case I will be uploading another video with all of these on. But with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys follow any of the links in my in the comments in the description below, and we will hopefully see you very soon. And you guys can follow all of the development milestones that I'm going to be uploading. Fantastic. Thanks very much, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.